All right, guys, welcome back to another WD detailing video. I'm RJ, and we are back at Neoclassics with John McDonald, who invited us back out after doing his BMW M3. We must have done a good enough job for you to...
You guys did.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That video has been doing well. If you guys haven't seen it, there will be a link somewhere. Click it. It's an awesome video. But we are excited to work on John's... well, actually, I'll just let you tell me about it because I know very little about this vehicle. So.
Yeah, so this is a 1974 Jaguar XJ12L. This was a car that came out during the fuel crisis, and it gets like 12 miles per gallon. So
the late 70s, 80s fuel crisis?
Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. So this was a terrible marketing decision by Jaguar. They did not sell very many of these, but it's kind of interesting because this is, at the time, was the fastest four-door sedan ever built. So this car would do 130 miles an hour with 4 people, with air conditioning, smooth. It's a 5.3 liter V12 engine, quadruple carbureted. It's pretty cool.
So not great on gas. This isn't going to be the most efficient, huh?
Horrible. Yeah, you can watch the fuel gauge go down. That's how, that's how bad.
I bet. What do you think? Maybe like 8 miles per gallon, 10?
8, 10. Yeah. 10 would be if you're babying it.
But yeah, the backstory on this vehicle is kind of interesting. From what I understand, it was originally found in a barn. You picked it up and restored it, and then...
Yeah, so I bought it out of an old man's side lot barn in Cleveland Heights, Ohio in 2002. I bought it as the first car I ever intended to resell, being in the car business. And for one reason or another, I've never sold it. And that was in 2002. So when I got it, I restored it. I had it repainted. I had some interior work done on it. I had it mechanically restored. And then I just got too busy. And it's been tucked away in one corner or another of one of my buildings for 19 years. So here it is, looking terrible.
So it went from an abandoned barn find to being restored to being abandoned again, more or less. Right. And now it's here to hopefully get restored and driven again?
That's right, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to do that, yeah. I'd love to get it right back up to the condition that it deserves to be in.
I'm sure after we clean it up, I don't think you'll be wanting to sell it anytime soon.
Probably not. This is kind of a keeper, I think.
Yeah, unless, well, everything does have its price. So anyone that's watching, if you want to pay over sticker, we'll link John's. By the way, John also does actually sell cars full time. That is his job. So that is his business. So we will go ahead and link all his credentials, all the information, so you guys can reach out to John if you are looking for any of these cool classic cars. So
yeah, sounds great.
Cool. All right, well then, just like last time, we'll get to it.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it's Brent here now, and obviously I don't really need to talk that much about the car. You guys can see it, and he explained it a little bit. But I honestly just wanted to thank you guys for all the support on our last video. It's doing insanely well, and we're really happy about it. So if you enjoy this type of content, I'd really urge you guys to subscribe. You don't have to, but you're not going to want to miss the video that we have coming up with John. We're working with him on something massive that's never been done before on YouTube, and if we can pull it off, it's going to be a one-of-one video. I don't think anyone will ever be able to reproduce it in the detailing world or in the YouTube world in general, so you guys don't want to miss that video. Make sure you're subscribed. And we also have a collab coming up with another detailing YouTuber that we're good friends with. I'm not going to say who. I'm sure you guys can speculate who it might be, but that's in the works as well. So we have a lot of cool content coming your way, so just hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of it. But with that being said, it's time for the question of the video. I kind of want to hear your theories about our upcoming video. I'm not going to tell you what type of car it is. I will tell you it was featured in a really big movie. We have 2 of them that we're going to do in the same video. And obviously, like I just said, I don't think this will ever be recreated. So leave your answers down below. I'm curious what you guys think these might be. And lastly, when I say upcoming video, I don't mean our next video. I just mean one coming up hopefully soon. Okay, so starting out with the wheels, we posted this clip on our Instagram and our TikTok. By the way, if you don't follow us, go follow us on those. It's in the description. But I wanted to address some of the comments that we were getting over there before you guys start commenting it here too. We didn't have the attachment for the air compressor to be able to fill up the tires, and we didn't want to bother the owner of the shop asking him for it because he wasn't there. He left us there by ourselves, so we weren't going to bother him all day. I'm sure when he got back to the shop and he saw the car, he filled up the tires, so don't worry about that, guys. And also, the white wall, this is the only tire that actually had a white wall. The other three didn't. I don't know why, but this car's been sitting so long that it's actually damaged. What you see left over at the end is not dirt or anything. People were saying it was dirty. It's not, I promise you. But honestly, if some of you guys do have experience working with them and you know how to make them look a lot better, you can definitely leave those in the comments below. By no means are either of us perfect. We're not perfect detailers, so we take advice from you guys. We read all the comments, and if you guys have constructive criticism, definitely leave it in the comments. So before we touch the paint with any kind of wash mitt, we'll go ahead and soap the entire thing down and let it sit and run off for about 5-ish minutes, just so we can get some of that top layer of the dust off. And when we go to wash the car, it won't leave as many swirl marks or scratches. After a thorough wash, we'll go ahead and clay the entire car with these clay mitts, and I've said it in past videos, it's been a while since I said why we use these compared to regular clay, and honestly it's just because they speed up the process. They still do a great job at getting those contaminants out of the clear coat or the paint, so we like to use those instead. And once the car was completely dry, it was time to start the polishing process. And as you can see before, this paint was in really bad condition, but it's going to turn out really good. And the way that we usually do it is RJ will do the polishing and I'll be off to the side behind the camera, blowing out the pads with the air compressor and the Tornador, and then I'll put on polish for him just to keep the process moving and try to speed things up so I'm not just standing around doing nothing. But for this detail, we went with a Rupes yellow pad with Oberk polish. So to start the interior out, there was a transmission in the trunk. Don't really know why or how that got there, but it's kind of funny. For this upholstery, we wanted to try to get it clean. We weren't sure exactly what these stains were, but I think it turned out that it was maybe from sun damage or something of that sort. So we weren't able to, but we want to give it a try. And when we saw it wasn't working, we didn't want to damage it any further, so we stopped. So I think the coolest feature about this tornador attachment is that you can spray this APC into whatever you're trying to clean, and then you can actually close the nozzle and only spray compressed air so you can blow all of it out after. It's kind of cool when you think about it because there's not many tools that have that kind of multi-function to them, and it really helps speed up the process of cleaning the interior. And while we put the seats back in, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out, and we can't wait to see you guys next week with our next video.